In this demonstration, we will begin the verification of a PlantPAx system deployment. We will be referencing several documents that make up the PlantPAx verification tool. Before performing the verification, review the instructions for using the tool. This includes checklist icons and key system assumptions. At a high level, you would begin by verifying overall system design, system infrastructure, and server information. There would be one tab for each server and/or workstation in the system. You would then gather information for each Process Automation System Server, or PAS, in your application. Finally, you would add data on the controllers in the system. You can add tabs to this worksheet as needed to fit your system design. We will look briefly now at the PAS verification tab. First, we need to rename the tab to match the server name in the application. The name we will use is PAS C01. This tells us that we are using a consolidated PAS server in the application. It is important to capture the system name and server name information for each PAS. The system name is found at the top of the FactoryTalk View SE application you are using. For this application, the system name is Euclid Beach Plant. The PAS name is the same as the HMI server name used in this application. You can identify the HMI server by finding the server icon that has a blue computer screen next to it. The name of our HMI server is North HMI. We will now return to the spreadsheet and transcribe the data we found in our FactoryTalk View application. The system name and server name are entered into the corresponding fields on the PAS tab. Our next step is to record the number of graphic displays used in our application. To gather this information, we need to go back to our FactoryTalk View SE application. Right-click the HMI server and then select Properties. On this page, you will now see the number of displays in the application as well as the maximum number of displays supported by your license. Record this information so it can be added to the spreadsheet. The information we gathered from the application is placed in the number of displays row in the spreadsheet. Note the green check that appears, which confirms the number of displays utilized falls within the system's limits. Next, we need to input the fact that there is only one HMI server. To determine the total number of tags on the server, we would use the FactoryTalk Graphic Audit tool, which is seen in the guided activity for this lesson. Finally, let's look at how we would determine the number of alarms in the system. FactoryTalk Alarms and Events data is gathered from the FactoryTalk View application. We will open the Alarm folder and then open the Alarm server. When we open the Alarm and Event Setup dialog box, we can find the number of alarms currently assigned in the system. We then need to gather information on the total number of tags used on the server. Click the Tag Update Rates tab. You will see the total number of tags in the system as well as the update rate for each tag. Be sure to record this data for transfer to your spreadsheet. We return to the verification spreadsheet one final time. First, we enter the number of alarms on the FactoryTalk Alarm server. Next, we enter the number of Logix-based alarms in our system. This data was collected from the Studio 5000 Logix Designer project used in the system. Finally, we enter the total number of items and fastest update rate information found in the FactoryTalk View SE application. You have now seen how to gather key information that begins verification of a deployed PlantPAx system.